Hey, what up, guys? Wanted to review a movie I've been trying to check out for a while, and it was just finally next on my to watch pile, so I figured I'd give it a review here. And that's Blood Harvest, and this came out in I don't know off the top of my head. I hate it when these companies don't put the actual things. It obviously came out after 1987, so I don't know the exact year this movie came out, but it was 80s or maybe 1990, I don't know. But this was Tiny Tim's only feature film, oddly enough, because he seemed perfect for horror movies. But essentially what this is there's these murders going around this farm town in Wisconsin, and everyone suspects this Mervo the Clown is doing these killings because it sets it up that way. No, I'm not going to give anything away, but let's just say there's some twists and turns when it comes to Mervo the Clown. Now, it seems all these farmers are having to give up their land and all that, and that may have something to do with why these killings are happening. But this girl, she ends up moving back from, I think it's college, and her parents are missing, and her fiance, or newly fiance, is there to greet her and all that. And then Mervo the Clown's hanging around, stalking her and stuff because he cares for her and all that. And, you know, and then there's another dude who likes, I think her name's Jill, played by Peter Krause from Parenthood, who, what else, 6 Feet Under, obviously, and I think he's in a cop show now, or was in a cop show. But I've always liked Peter Krause, so it was interesting seeing him as this being his first movie. But, yeah, the movie, I was expecting complete trash, so the fact that I actually enjoyed it, I'm pretty stoked about. I expected Tiny Tim to be really annoying, but he actually wasn't that annoying at all. His music actually was kind of chilling as far as the movie goes. Like in the very beginning, he's singing this song, and it shows him with this like body that's hanging, and it's kind of eerie just the way it's set up. But I won't go as far to say the movie's scary because a lot of the camera work and just cinematography is atrocious, and the acting, especially from Jill, and she's talking to this other girl. The acting was just awful in it. Everyone's acting was terrible. Even Peter Krause, who's a really good actor now, his acting even sucked in it. But, you know, there was actually some surprisingly good kills. Like I said, the body hanging upside down. There was some other kills that were decent. And just the whole set pieces. I thought the barn sets were kind of eerie and stuff. And they were almost like overly simplistic, but that's what I kind of liked about it. And one thing that was strange was Jill. She's supposed to be like this girly girl type girl, and her room's all girled out, except for a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando. Like, there's pink girly stuff everywhere, except the ceiling has this giant Commando poster. It's really bizarre when you see it, but it's badass too. You know, I thought it was just a really enjoyable slasher. It's essentially what it is a cheesy 80s slasher. Like, if you like Blood Rage, this would be a good double feature with this. There's a lot of moments that reminded me of Blood Rage in this film. Just as far as the lighting and the cheapness goes of all the sets and everything. I thought Mervo the Clown looked really good. I thought the makeup was good, the outfit, the acting, everything was good. And the director said on one of the features on this that is Tiny Tim. Like, there's not even any acting going on at all. They just pretty much let him improvise and go. So I thought that was cool. And I was also expecting the transfer of this to be trash too, just because it isn't 4:3, and I've heard a lot of people say it's bad. But what's weird is this says widescreen, but it's not widescreen. Yeah, the transfer looks surprisingly good. I mean, it was really grainy, but there was a lot of really bright, solid scenes in it, so I'm pretty impressed with how the transfer went. And features too. It actually has uncompressed stereo, blah, 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 English subtitles, which is good. Tiny Tim at Niagara Falls, 1987, which is a little concert behind the scenes of Blood Harvest, which to me is the best featurette. It has on-set footage, an interview with Tiny Tim, and then a separate on-set footage with the director. Tiny Tim's rap party performance, and it's him performing at like a bar when the movie finished, so that's cool that they include Tiny Tim performances. Alternate nightmare opening credit sequence, which looks awful. Thank God they went with the one they got now, because this alternate opening credit sequence looked terrible. And reverse sleeve with alternate artwork, which I'll show you. It's not as good artwork, but if you want to twist given away, it does represent the killer a little better. But that's that cover. This film will always be known as Tiny Tim's only horror movie. I'm glad to have it. I know Vinegar Syndrome is releasing this movie in the US here, because this is region free, but they are releasing it in the US, I think, just because the rights went out to this. Something weird happened, and I think Vinegar Syndrome is doing another transfer of it, which is cool, but I'm content enough with this copy to where I'm not going to get the Vinegar Syndrome copy. It wasn't that good of a movie to where I'm needed to buy a better copy. Like I said, I'm sure the transfer will look better, but I'm happy enough with this copy. I think this cover looks better than Vinegar Syndrome's cover, so I'll leave it at that. Definitely, when Vinegar Syndrome releases it, give Blood Harvest a watch. It's worthy if you like cheap, low-budget, sleazy slashers, because it's sleazy, cheap. There's a couple full nudity shots in it, and it's just it's an interesting movie for sure. I'm sure a lot of people have never heard of it, but yeah, definitely check it out. Anyways, guys, see y'all tomorrow. Peace.